Welcome back for another episode. On this review, we're going to be looking at my 1/18th Road Signature Pontiac Fiero. Something that I'll say about this car, first of all, is it's a really solid model. The only thing that wasn't so solid was this spoiler, which is actually plastic and was glued. So when I got it, it had been jumbled around a little bit in the box, so we had to re-glue it back on because the car, whoever had mailed it to us did not do a good job. The car came pretty beat up to us. There's a lot of scuff marks on the roof, on the side view mirrors, which would have broken, but I was surprised to see these mirrors are actually metal. So they did not break at all. They just kind of scuffed. So that's one thing that's really nice about this model. It's really solid. The only thing that I would say isn't as great is lack of features. The hood does not open at all. There are no pop-up headlights that come up. It's just all a resin front end, which I'm not a big fan of resin models. I know some people are, but I would rather have all the features to be able to look at and ooh and ah over. I do like that there's a little intake that seems to be somewhat hollow there in the front. There are some amber turn signals in either of these little inlets here. We do also get our Pontiac Fiero badge here. Over here on the back, where we'll go to next, we've got a nice big old brake light the whole way across. I really do like the Fieros from this era. I know a lot of people like the older one or the younger ones because they didn't catch fire as much, but I just really like the look of this one. Of course, with this being from '86, I don't think these caught fire as much. But anyways, moving on to the rest of the model here, we do have quad exhaust again, just like on the C4 Corvette that I filmed. It's pretty nice underneath too. I'll turn the car over so you all can see. The engine is detailed real nice. You can see like all the little drive shafts and stuff going to each wheel. And when I turn it over, it'll look even more impressive. So yeah, they did a pretty good job there. The rest of the car is just pretty basic. Up here you've got all the screws, so you can definitely tell it's a model. It's not a real car. The wheels, of course, also are silver in between there. I wish they had painted them black, but they didn't. Over here on the trunk, this does open up to also reveal our engine bay, which is real nice. You get that nice red Fiero engine block there with those nice headers and that gorgeous name Fiero written on it. We've also got a trunk where you can throw, I guess, a golf bag in there, which is pretty nice that they included that too. And that's about it. These panels here, I don't know what these are for. I don't know if they actually open on the actual car, if they're like meant for air filters or something like that, but on this model they do not open or anything like that. And that's what I'm talking about with the spoiler. It just kind of breaks off a little bit. I'll have to re-glue it at some point. But moving on to the inside, the doors are okay. I mean, they're definitely solid, but they have the ugly hinges. I'm not really a big fan of those, but this is the only Fiero model that has ever been made that I'm aware of in 1/18th scale, so you just kind of have to deal with it. The interior is pretty nice, though. It's stickers, but pretty robust. The floor has kind of like a texture on it. There's no carpeting per se, but there is a texture, so it kind of gives an illusion of a feel of carpeting. Just like most of those European-like sports cars, we've got our handbrake right here. The seats are also a pretty nice material too. I mean, it's plastic, but it feels good. Doesn't feel like it's gonna snap or wiggle out of place or anything like that. All of the air conditioning units are painted a black to give a more realistic appearance. I always hate it when they don't do that in models. It's just like, just make the effort to just do that. But yeah, now the radio is not as detailed. It's just the buttons, but there's no color or anything on it, unfortunately. And then if we turn the model this way, you can just see the Fiero emblems on both of the seats, as well as those nice Pontiac symbols on the B pillars right here. I really like that too. And then this one also comes with a sunroof. It does not open up, but you at least have that you can peer in and see all the rest of the details on the car. And of course, the steering is posable as well. It rolls pretty well too, but again, it's not really the most detailed model. But if you do want a 1/18 scale Fiero, well, here's your one right here. And they also made it in a silver color, in case you want one that's maybe not as flashy, but for me, red is the color for a Fiero, so that's pretty much all I've got to say on it. If you're looking for prices, it's probably about $70 to $90. It just kind of depends. I think I paid about $75 for mine, but of course, you may end up getting a car that's not taken care of as well with the shipping, so maybe it would be better to pay a higher cost and just insure that. Anyways, that's it. Until next time, stay safe out there.